Check, check, check. Testing on the ones and twos. Can you hear me out there, world? Check, check, check. Cynthia, Annie, the sheriff. Starting at 4 o'clock. Hello, Wisconsin. Susan. Hey, Susan, how's the power situation in Washington? Are you up and running? Marion, hello. No worries, Sabine. You aren't missing too much other than adults bullying other adults. Joy is coming to us from the North Georgia mountains. Is that Georgia the state or the country? North Georgia mountains. Ah, yes, the Blue Ridge mountain chain. Do you live near Blue Ridge, Georgia? Susan's got her power back, both mentally and physically. Marion said, mansplaining today was hilarious. Thank you so much. Boy, that takes a lot of effort to make, and not many people are watching them, but I understand the game. I know how it works. I appreciate every single viewer. This is a no spoiler chat. Is it snowing in the North Georgian mountains? Sabine, if the second episode turned you off, the third one is going to keep you turned off. You're going to be as turned off as Susan's electricity last week. I shouldn't say Susan's electricity was turned off. It's not like she didn't pay her bills. Setting lots of records on my YouTube channel, guys. You have all been fantastic. Don't forget, before we start this stream, please tap, caress, or otherwise bump that like button. It helps newcomers see us on the internet. We are but a small but mighty army. Leslie said, my graphics, music, thumbnails are getting better and better. What I expect from a 100,000 subscriber channel. Thanks. Well, I decided soon after making these streams, people started donating. I said, well, I should make this look as good as possible. I have a lot of the gear and wherewithal and a growth mindset, so I had to learn and do a lot of Googling. But a lot of this stream thumbnail stuff is really just a template. Oh, I gotta let Tasha in. Hold on, folks. I think she locked herself out. What are we waiting for? You guys ready to start this puppy? I just got a text from my fiance that said, come let me in. So I think she was locked out. We let her in. Nikki's in the house. Always good to see Nikki. We need a good song to kind of get us going. I feel like I always start with this one. It's got a good beat. Countdown there. Hey, there it is. Hey, folks. I'm like that guy who's got PowerPoint energy. You know, explosions, just random doodads. Hey, everybody. How are you? It's your boy, Dave Neal, stand-up comedian, host of Bachelor Recap, a guy's review. We're live streaming, baby. We're cooking in the comment section already. If you're not watching us live, it doesn't matter. Just pretend like you were live. That's a shout out to you, Bridget or Becky. There's always a Becky who's catching us afterwards. To all of our friends in Bachelor Nation, most of them in the chat right now. Always good to see you. Plenty to talk about today. As you see from the preview, we're going to go, we kind of dance around different topics. This is our ballet, right? We're going to talk a little bit about the new women that are coming in the upcoming episode. Bullygate. I'll read Kit's apology. Kit released an apology. And Sarah also... You know things are heating up when I know these people's names by now. You know, normally I'm like, what, the blonde girl? Sarah, who had left the episode, Sabine, who hasn't watched, spoiler, she bounced after the last episode. But Sarah had posted something pretty funny about Queen Victoria. So we'll get into all that. And of course, Clare and Dale, a lot of saga, a lot of rumors about Dale cheating. I haven't seen any that are credible yet. Just a lot of smoke. You know, but when there's smoke, there might be fire, especially up in those North Georgia mountains. What's happening, Joy? Susan's got power. She's ready to go. Where's everyone coming from? If you're new, it's always good to see you. Welcome to the live stream. Small Business Thursdays. It's just me in my kitchen. Although I'll tell you what, Tasha and I looked at 3 new apartments yesterday, and we might have a new home. We might have a new place we're going. I'll tell you what, it's going to be fantastic for content. It's a real upgrade. We're a little nervous. It's an increase in the budget, but my thought is we can't really decrease our expenses anymore, so we need a new place to grow, and that butterfly always finds a way out of the cocoon. So we need to go punch our way out of this studio to bigger things. All right, let's get some more chill music. All right. How's everyone doing? If you're new, let me know where you're coming from. What are you up to? And of course, as always, inspired by Leah in Michigan, we like to know who you are hiding from or what you're procrastinating right now. Plenty of people are failing their nurse exams because they're hanging out with me. No wonder we can't get this COVID rollout. We're all live streaming. Who's got the time? Really? RM Army says, I'm new. You're not new enough. Sabine says, congrats, Dave, on the upgrade. Well, thank you so much. We're not quite there yet, but, you know, all I need is this green screen and a couple good lights, and your boy's ready to go. Hey, Tasha, you going to come say hi? Oh, she's on the phone. Tasha's on the phone with her mother. Marion. Now, Marion, you got to help me out. There's 2 Marions. I need to get this right. One is in Poland and one is in Massachusetts. Is this Marion from Poland or Marion from Massachusetts? Who am I seeing over here? Hey, thanks, Oz. Yeah, you know, here's the deal. We're nervous. We're nervous about getting a new place because ideally we've been wanting to buy a place, but the market's insane in Los Angeles. I mean, you want an 800 square foot place. It's going to cost you $750,000. Easy. It's just insane. So we're thinking, you know what we at least need is to not wait any longer in our 550 square foot rent-controlled studio. We need to upgrade to a place, and we found a place that's amazing, 2-bedroom. It's got a nice little backyard area for the dog. We're going to have a cabana. It's going to be awesome. So you guys will get in on that. I actually made I shot content of the 3 places we viewed, and I might make it into a vlog. Let me know if you guys would watch that. I'll show you guys. So there's 3 Marions. We got Marion in Massachusetts, and Marion in Massachusetts is a woman, but Marion in Poland is a man, and then we have Mary here, and Winter Renee is the West Virginia. Gotta love a good West Virginia girl. You coal miner family over there in West Virginia? Trying to keep up with these comments. If I miss anything and it's important to you, just ask me again. I'm only one man here. I had to fire my assistant. She wasn't pulling the weight. I don't have an assistant. Hey, Leah's here. hiding from the fam, I suppose. We just built cardboard sleds for a race in our HOA this weekend, but headed out early for bedtime with the kiddos. Always love to check up on Leah. Leah's been my breaking news source, guys. I've had people ask me, they go, where do you get all your Bachelor news from? You guys. Leah sent me a Instagram message and was like, hey, did you know that, Claire released a statement or whatever? And I was like, well, cancel my plans for the day. I've got such a good setup over here. We just, get it all going. Mari's in Alaska. Very nice. What part of Alaska? I've been watching this show. We just finished it. If you need like a calm, relaxing show at the end of the day, there's a show called The Last Alaskans. And it's about these 8 families that live in cabins and they do fur trapping in Alaska. It's just very much like, it's not one of those aggressive reality shows where you're wondering if Kim Kardashian's, new boots are going to come in from the designer or whatever the hell you're watching. It's just one of those like, all right, cool, they got a moose. They're good for the winter. It's like being on the Oregon Trail. All right, we're here to talk Bachelor. Good tune to start with. Speaking of West Virginia, how about this? Jen wants that hot tea. I'm drinking iced coffee right now. What I like to do is I take my morning coffee, whatever's left, I throw some ice cubes, and we do it in the afternoon. All right. What do you guys think? Let's just, I don't have too much to say about the women coming. What do you guys think of this happening? What do you think? We got, I think, 4 or 5 new women showing up. I think the situation here is they invite a bunch of women onto the show. They're wholeheartedly expecting some of them to get the old virus. And then maybe they don't like the selection for Matt. I mean, they must sit down after 3 episodes with Matt and go, look, do you think you found the one? And he's just like, I don't know, maybe. He's just your typical, dude that we've all been. I was there in my 20s who's like, I don't know. I don't love him. Like, really, And so maybe they're like, all right, bring in some more chicks. So, like, you know what I mean? If this isn't enough. It's like a chef in a restaurant who's like, oh, you don't like that? Just bring in the, popcorn shrimp. You can tell a lot about a potential suitor based on what type of appetizer they order. No more jalapeno poppers for me. I had a bad experience about 9 years ago, and I ain't over it. I'm not over it. Presley, how are you? Jason is back in the picture? Seriously? I don't know. Is Jason back in the picture? I actually sent him a DM a couple months ago because he went to University of Rhode Island, and that's how I know I'm getting old, when he's like a full-grown man and he went years after I did. I was like, oh wow, I thought I would have had more friends in common, but you don't when you're old. All right. Hey Katie, how are you? I feel like the new women don't usually make the strongest of connections. They're just doing it for drama. Yeah, I mean, remember Tayshia's season. The new guys showed up and they're always like, I feel like they're just caged animals, right? They're just over there, just bloodthirsty, and the producers are like, all right, you got to go make a good impression. You got to lead strong. You got to show up. And then someone's like, bitches. And it's like, all right, chill out, Samantha. You know what I mean? You're not that cool. We're all just okay. Hit the like button. We're still going to populate this stream. We killed it the other day. So, guys, I got to tell you this. I'll tell you this right now. I usually share this info at the end. Y'all have been crushing it on the YouTube. 8,685 subscribers. I hit 8,000 over the weekend, and we were at 7,000 a week before that. So it's been 1,200 new subscribers in the last couple weeks. 1.6 million watch minutes. That's a record. Thank you guys so much for sticking around, for clicking on all the content. And also, I just released episode 3 of Mansplaining. I know sometimes my non-Bachelor content doesn't show up to you, but Mansplaining is my free advice show where we set up outside in a tent and give people free advice. And they're quick little 6 to 10 minute long episodes, tons of fun, good music. You guys will enjoy it. Hey, Jamie, how are you? So excited to see a new dynamic, although I still can't remember names. It will be nice to see how the new girls will deal with Victoria. Yeah, here's the thing. How are they not wearing Price is Right name tags? How is that not, you know what I mean? Just something. With today's technology, they should have the sports kind of just like tell me who's who. You know what I mean? I know a total of 6. I know Katie, Victoria, Sarah. I love Serena. I don't know. Do you guys not love Serena as much as I do? You know, the problem is squeaky wheel gets the grease, but is Serena not a delight? I really hope she doesn't fall into the drama the way Katie started to. Katie redeemed herself. Katie slipped on the drama and then redeemed herself. But it looks like in the coming episodes, Katie's going to start to tell people they ain't all that. You know, that was one of the preview things we saw, that Katie was kind of like boss bitch. And I like that. I like that in Katie. I think Katie's got a good moral compass. But Serena's, to me, and I could be totally projecting, Serena is just this like damaged good. It's like she's like wholesome still, and I'm like, please don't like, you know, take after some of these oddball characters on the show. You know what I mean? I think I'm projecting. Maybe it's because I think she looks like Shannon Elizabeth, my first crush. All right, here we go. I really like Serena. She seems very sincere and not about the cameras. Yeah, there's no drama. Nothing at all happened with Serena. She's just happy-go-lucky. She's got a ton of teeth. They're all straight. She has big smiles. She's cute. You know what I mean? I don't know what her, and again, not that it matters. I don't know what her ethnic makeup is, but she just has a little bit of a flair to her. You know what I mean? Lynn said for this past episode, missed that early one. Katie said, Lynn, my mom thinks Victoria is a plant actor, but I think she's actually living in her own universe. I mean, come on. You know, it's one of those things, like when you think of conspiracies, generally the truth is the most simplest thing. Like, not to bring it there, but generally, what's more plausible, that a bunch of, you know, rednecks came to the Capitol building and stormed it, or there's some secret conspiracy? I don't mean to make this political, but normally, and again, conspiracies can lead to truth. You know, certain things start as conspiracies and then become true. Alien things, whatever. Area 51, who knows? But chances are the most common answer with Victoria is that she's an idiot. Okay? She's an idiot. She said she was addicted to Adderall. Her brain's fried. She's kind of all over the place. They gotta wake her up and she just starts yelling at people, readjusts her thing, picks out her pink eye, and the producers love it. I don't know what else there is to her. Her friends are messaging me, telling me I'm bullying her. Look, when you put yourself out there with such vitriol, I mean, like I never disliked Olivia. I like to use Olivia as an example. People were like, oh, Olivia's the devil, or Olivia's the mean one. You know, we had that a few years ago with Kelly or whoever the girl was who sprayed herself in the face with champagne. People didn't like them, but it's like, no, they were a little flawed, right? Like Olivia was maybe a little too big ego, and some girls don't always make friends as easy as others. But like Victoria, that's a whole new level of stink, okay? If I was pink eye, I wouldn't want to be on Victoria's eye. I'd be distancing myself from her. SP said, when you are talking about a contestant, it would be awesome for you to pop her pic on the screen. I hardly know their names. Look, I look forward to the day that I can do that. I'll tell you what. There's a few, I can't talk and process that at the same time. But I will try here. If you don't mind me looking away, just give me a second here. I will see. Look, I'm already stalling as I talk. Serena Bachelor. So here, I'll give you this. Switch over to the picture-in-picture. Hold on one second, folks. Hang in there. You asked for it. Wow, look at that. Oh my gosh, the transitions. So here's Serena, right? I mean, let's go to some images here. Just adorable. We love her. Find me some fault in Serena. Look at that. She should be in a dentist commercial or something. Anyway, I digress. I'll try to keep you informed on who I'm talking to. We're at 99 viewers on my end, maybe more on yours. If you could hit the like button, it helps YouTube know that we got a party going on and that some more people should be invited. So thank you so much for that. Yeah, Olivia was a good villain. I mean, they left her on a sandbar. Olivia was great. Do I need to pull up Olivia? Olivia Bachelor. Olivia was amazing. She was one of my favorites. And I was kind of hard on her. Had a hard on for her. What? I was kind of tough on her because her smile was so ridiculous. If you look at that smile. But come on, she was great. Look, she's a class act. In fact, I would not be opposed to her becoming the Bachelorette. I don't know if society wants... I don't know. Would you guys be okay with Olivia as the Bachelorette? She's smart. She's driven. She was very scarred from the show, she says, because, you know, I mean, like, they kind of like railroad people. Some people can take it, and some people can't. I have a hard time when I get a bad comment from somebody. You know, I posted a comment on Wit and Rye's YouTube channel, and someone posted it back. Let me see if I can save that. Let me see if I have that comment. I screen grabbed it just to share it on Instagram, because when there are hateful comments, the funniest thing I can do is just like share them with others. So it's not exactly me like obsessing over it. It's just like there's sort of a way to sort of parlay other people's negative energy and make it funny. So let me see if I can find what they said. But it was like brutal. Someone left me a brutal comment. Nah, it's gone. Is this it? No. All right. I don't have it. But it was mean, and they ended up deleting it, or Wit and Rye deleted it. I bet you Wit and Rye deleted it because it was kind of like, Jesus Christ. She was like, you suck. All these things went on and on. It went so far, it was like, read more. And I was like, godly. But anyway, I'm not here to play the victim. I'm just saying, I can't imagine with the little amount of exposure that I put out there, and I get a random hateful thing. It's like, oh, that kind of stinks. Imagine it blowing up your inbox. Imagine Claire. Imagine, you know, things don't work out. You know, you're wishful thinking. Oh, I feel like I got the one. Hi, you're stupid. You know what I mean? It's like, Jesus Christ. You know, which one of us would ever say that to someone's face? We're very spineless collectively. Don't you guys think? Not you and I, but in society, we just say things on social media. It's so funny to me how quick people backtrack, because a lot of times people won't expect me to respond. And they'll say something mean, and I'll be like, well, I appreciate your comment. I just disagree. Like, I never meet vitriol with vitriol, because you're kind of like giving that person what they expect they're going to get, and that doesn't help the world. Teresa said, Olivia said she is back in school in New York. Marion said, I like Wit and Rye. Is that the one you put on Instagram? Yeah, the one I put on Instagram. Yeah. Oh, yeah, so maybe I do have it on Instagram, but I didn't even put the full thing because the lady deleted the comments. And again, it doesn't matter. I think a bunch of people commented on it. Hold on, folks. Maybe since she deleted it, it's just completely gone. It doesn't matter. It was mean. Moving on. Yeah, people are awful to these contestants. And we're all guilty to an extent. Like, I have to check myself when I go, am I going too hard on Victoria? You know, am I going too hard on her? Well, let's go to Bullygate. Let's just go right into Bullygate. But I just struggle having an entertainment eye, having working in dozens, if not hundreds of TV shows. I've done everything. Crew, acting, stunt. I've done it all. You see it, camera. You know when something's being manipulated. I don't know how much of Victoria's been manipulated. I bet they could make another 10 hours of her being an asshole. You know? I'm sure there's good parts. No one, even, I hate to say it, but even dictators are probably nice to their puppies and wives. Like, everyone's got to, but it's like, how are you when no one's watching? That's how you'll be judged. And let alone, how are you when people are watching? So it's like, geez, Victoria, I'd love to see what her Yelp account looks like. I'm sure she's just like, you know, I don't know. All right. So let's go to, we're over here. Bachelor contestant apologizes for unacceptable bullying of Sarah Trott. So we all know what happened, and Sabine didn't watch the episode, so do your homework. No, I'm kidding. Basically, Sarah crashed a group date she wasn't invited on, you know, spent some time with, Matt. Everyone went nuts on her. She came out and apologized, and it just wasn't enough. Then the next day, she avoided everyone, came down to apologize, and it wasn't enough. So they all hated her. Everyone else ruminated on her. She just instantly became the punching bag to everybody. No one accepted her apologies, this and that. So everyone online was like, yikes. So Kit Keenan, this is what Kit wrote. She said, I believe what unfolded last night was an outcome of a lack of communication. Okay, well, first of all, that's not how you start an apology. Okay? Imagine getting in a fight with my lady, and I'm like, it was just a lack of communication, really. And it's like, no, lead with, I was a dick. Guys, if you're ever in a fight, just lead with, hey, I was a dick. Start off taking blame. The problem is, do you guys remember when Marilyn did that to Vic a couple episodes ago? Marilyn was like, I'm sorry. And Vic's like, all right, so clearly you admit fault. And it's like, we're not in a court of law. We're trying to keep peace here. Ugh. I get mad at her when I think about it. So Kit said, I believe what unfolded last night was an outcome of a lack of communication. I had no idea what was going on with Sarah's family or in her personal life. Rather than hearing her out, I spoke quickly out of frustration, and that was unacceptable. So are you saying if her dad wasn't dying, that you'd be okay treating her like that? And I know Kit's like 13 years old. You know what I mean? Her brain's not fully grown. So I understand. Kit said, I know that the time for compassion was in the moment and not in hindsight, but I want to apologize to Sarah and anyone whose feelings were hurt by my words. I like that. Good dismount on the apology. Trot, that's Sarah, previously revealed on her date with James that her father has ALS, and no wonder they call it ALS, and she acts as a caretaker. ALS, one of my biggest nightmares. Has to be. So this is what Sarah posted. Let's go to Sarah's Instagram. Real queens fix each other's crowns. Right? That's what I'm talking about. And look, Sarah's not perfect. In the same way that Claire's not perfect. In the same way that Olivia wasn't perfect. But are we looking for perfection? We're all flawed, guys. Come on. That's my whole point with when I talk about Colton Underwood. I go, look, I ain't never put a tracking device in someone's car. I ain't never showed up in an alleyway at 3 a.m., but we're all flawed. So the second we, undeniably say we wouldn't commit some atrocity, you just don't know. We're all made of the same genes, folks. All right. Let me try to get to some of your comments. Leah said they were all excited to get those digs in once they started, and the preview for the sex shaming next week looks awful too. I'm going to get into the sex shaming. I'm going to talk about it. I wasn't planning on talking about this right now, but let's see. I was planning on making a separate video about this, but let's see if I can link this in here. Hold on one second, folks. So, there it is. So, I was talking to someone about Jade Roper's scandal, and it was very interesting. Again, I know we're jumping around a lot, but for next week's episode, I'm going to compile some moments where we sort of got out the pitchforks, unrightfully so. Look, we live in one of the most conservative first world countries in the world. I know people have debated me on this. We come from a Puritan culture. I mean, our friends up north, like Jen Murphy and Oz, you guys get to see it. You don't have the same purity culture we have here in the U.S. We've got dads walking their 16-year-old daughters down the aisle having these purity balls. Let's go to a purity ball here. Purity ball. It's just ridiculous what's happening in our country. These are fathers and their daughters. And these are 15, 16-year-old girls that are committing to never having sex. God forbid you turn into Katie and bring a vibrator to the show. Very dangerous and creepy. That looks like kind of like Jed, doesn't it? You can see Jed. Real creepy that these photos even exist. But it's also like, you know what I mean? Anyone in the comment section, committed an oath to chastity? I feel like Chastity was a girl on season 22. Okay. Someone still wants to know what that comment was that someone left me that was mean. I'll have to look it up. Maybe when I'm playing a voicemail, I can look it up. Kit's mom told her to apologize. Yeah, that's probably what it was. Kit's mom was going to cut off, all of her Project Runway clothes or whatever they're doing over there. Absolutely. I should probably get off is a weird word. I should probably close out this, this purity ball photo. So if someone shows up to the live stream, they don't know what we're doing. But yeah, this is why this is why sex shaming exists, because people think it's wrong to be a sex worker. They think it's wrong to have an OnlyFans account. They think it's wrong to have posts for Playboy. And look, the conversation you have with your God, do what is right for you. But also always ask, like, am I hurting somebody else? Am I restricting who I need to be? Whatever. You know what I mean? A lot of people that I've talked to this year, as you guys know, with these Colton videos, the thousands of comments from people that, that I wouldn't know. I grew up as a guy in New England, I have my own Catholic weird stuff, but I don't have this like, whole family rooting me on as I hold my virginity. God knows what that did to Colton. Gives it up. She doesn't want him anymore. He's literally tracking her down. Cuckoo. Cuckoo. And that's how you can have empathy for people like Colton, because you go, wow, boy, how desperate and sad. You need to work that out. And, maybe work it out before you Amazon Prime yourself a tracking device. But it is what it is. All right, so back to your comments, guys. Yeah, so anyway, Jade Roper apparently posed for Playboy. Playboy, they'll do like, let's see if there's any photos. There's no photos here. I found a few of them. Let's see if we can find Jade Roper Playboy photos. They're I didn't see any of the topless ones or whatever, but it's whatever. If you guys know, I had, oh, Jesus Christ, hold on. Sorry about that. Wow. Forgive me, folks. There goes my YouTube channel. I inadvertently just shared not what I was looking for. I can't wait to see your comments on that one. I was looking for Jade Roper. I should probably do this research before I let me go to another page so I can just X out of that right now. Was that Jade Roper? Oh, that is Jade Roper. Oh, well, I apologize, folks. What's funny is I looked for these photos the other day and I couldn't find them. Anyway, I'm not here to shame her, as purely just for me, it's purely just a YouTube thing that I'm not trying. Can you imagine? Spend the whole year begging people to subscribe and they just kick me out. Yeah, they're for sure going to see that. They'll probably just demonetize it. There you go, folks. Lost this one. Most viewers I've ever had. Yeah, I turned red all right. Put that in the saved folder. I mean, I've got no problem with nudity, folks. None at all. Ebony says, good one, Dave. Well, yeah, you can tell I'm not good at acting. That was a honest mistake, if you will. Anyway, folks, so I think I'll either make a video about Jade or, not including those pics, I'll either make a video about her or I will talk a little bit more about other contestants. Do you guys know any other contestants that have been shamed for any past photos? They actually do a really good job of screening people out, but that's part of what's sad. Is there's been good contestants that have done college co-eds before, so they're like, you know what, don't bring them on the show. I wonder how many people would have been a good fit, but they didn't even get to the show. I don't know. Jade's great. I didn't like Tanner back in the day. I don't really have an opinion on him now, but they seem to have a good thing going on. And they, of course, started dating through Bachelor in Paradise. Correct me if I'm wrong with any of this. I'm no expert, but it's interesting that, yeah, I still have her tits in my head. Tasha, can you hear me? Tasha's talking to her mom. Wowie. It's interesting that I think Bachelor in Paradise is a more successful business model than The Bachelor because it takes away the power dynamic of relationships. I don't think it's good for one person to be choosing amongst 20. Like, I choose thee. It's like, no, come on. I think Bachelor in Paradise, it's like, all right, you got to work for me a little bit. You got to work. I have other options. That's important when you have other options. And a lot of people have wondered, let me go back to, who's this? I'm trying to go back to another, let's see, Adele. Oh, there's Claire. With Claire, you wonder, did she not do a good enough job making Dale work for it? Mary, that wasn't my search history I was sharing. That was literally me clicking on Playboy, the whole gallery accidentally. I had never seen those photos, so I actually thought it just I thought it went to just porn. But you know what I mean? But then I was surprised it was actually her. No, if you guys trust me when I say this, I don't watch porn on my laptop. That's what the cell phone's for, guys. Come on. Rookie mistake. All the guys shame the Bachelorette if she goes to the fantasy suite with another dude. I don't know. I think it goes both ways. I don't know. I don't know if the shame... What do you guys think? Is the shame gender? Is there a gender that shames another gender more? No, don't get me wrong. I know in society there's a lot of shaming towards women in their sexuality. Why can men have all these girls, but women, she does it, men's a player, women's a slut. I totally get it. I'm just not convinced, and fight me on this. I'm open to hear you. I'm not convinced that it's all men doing the shaming. Women, you guys are brutal to each other. Brutal to each other. Hey, don't forget, you can leave a voicemail. Oh, it's all the way over there. I can't reach it. Sorry. Leave a voicemail, 401-213-9828, 401-213-9828. Could Claire have done anything to make Dale want to fight for her more by not showing all of her cards? My fiance Tasha is big on that. She's big on saying make them work for it, blah blah blah. It's kind of like it's kind of like if you make somebody work for anything in life. Trust me, winning the lottery will not feel as good as getting paychecks doing stand-up comedy, because that's what I love. You know what I mean? An unemployment check's not as good as getting views on my videos so I can make a few bucks. So thank you guys for watching. Lynn said, yes, women are harsh as hell. And then the question, because are women harsh because they're trained to be, I don't know. But all I know is when competition is involved, women can be harsh on each other. Men can too, but we saw Blake on Tayshia's season. Blake went on a group date that wasn't his. The guys called him out, and he was like, all right, sorry. And he walked on, and that was it. Sarah does it, and they're like, we want death. Death to you, Sarah. Trot along. They say Claire was also a victim to editing. I think they really aired all of her chips talking about Dale. Yeah, that's a good point. Absolutely. But then again, she did leave, episode 3? So there was editing, but also, it's so funny, this show, how sometimes the serious contenders, like, for all I know, and again, I'm not spoiled, don't confirm any of this if you know, but for all I know, Serena could be like a serious contender, and they're just not showing too much about her because it's like, she's not too much drama. We'll save her for the end. People won't, it'll surprise people. They do stuff like that. It's a TV show. B Bean said someone won the Powerball. Hey, Tasha, you got your Powerball tickets? Do you have your Powerball tickets? Somebody won. Yeah. Are you on the phone still? You lost? Oh, we lost. All right, folks. Send me your super chats. Are you still on the phone? Babe? Yeah, I think she's on the phone. All right. Jamie said women are brutal. And look, don't get me wrong. Men start every war that's ever existed. It's just different. You say you think winning $750 million would feel pretty damn good? I'd faint. Yeah, no, look. Hey, you could do a lot of good with that money, but most people that win the Powerball end up broke. They do. Most people that win the Powerball end up broke. They don't make it too far. 118 viewers. You guys are crushing it right now. I'm going to keep airing out some good stuff here if you guys are sticking around. Caroline's there, said women are definitely harsher than men this year. Has been brutal. We don't like Victoria, and I'm from Canada. Good to know, Caroline. Thank you so much. Are you from Montreal, Caroline Ann Prideaux? Are you related to Justin Trudeau? I don't know why. Trudeau. Vous parlez français? Si tu veux? No. Marianne said, is everyone really surprised that Dale and Claire broke up? No, but I'll tell you what's surprising is that they didn't get their things in order and get on the same page. As you guys probably have seen, I released a video this morning. Oh wow, I just got an update, a non-related update about my mansplaining video. For those that have watched mansplaining, the live update is Erica. Again, if you haven't watched mansplaining, you got to watch that content after. But for those of you that have watched mansplaining, we interview somebody new every week, complete stranger. And this week we interviewed Erica, who was visiting her man who just moved to LA. She was living in Kansas City. And the update is that she convinced her boyfriend to move back to Kansas City until at least the end of COVID. Anyway, they just got back on a road trip. So if you were following that story, that's kind of cool to hear. Sorry, I got distracted. If you aren't following that story, I think you should. I think you should follow some of these. Different things that are going on. I'm gonna tell Ryan Neal to call in sometime. My boy. Did you guys watch Listen to Your Heart? So that's the other story today on Listen to Your Heart is that Chris and Bree have called it quits. So we'll get into that. Jess said, go watch Mansplaining After. It's so good. Yes, please do. Please watch Mansplaining After. It's a type of content that's not going to get too much love because it isn't Bachelor related, but I think the people that are watching it are enjoying it. I think it's fun. It's me and 3 buddies. We're all stand-up comedians. We filmed these episodes actually in October. We filmed one day in October, and we're making like 8 episodes out of it. Each one is a unique interview we had with a random stranger. We had a free advice sign. We filmed it 3 cameras, pro audio. Took a lot of work, and now we're finally putting it together. And then once the weather gets nicer, once COVID is not in the storyline, we'll start doing more live, open air, free advice shows. I think we're gonna go do breweries, and if it takes off, we'll do like brewery tours in different places. It'll be fun. All right. Yeah, good for Erica and her financial boyfriend. That's true. Yeah. So sorry if you guys didn't watch. Maybe I could just show you guys just a teaser. I don't know if you guys care. You know what? Go find it. 121 watching right now. If you could and haven't already, please hit the like button. I'm going to check up on the YouTube and see how many of you guys have done your homework here and hit the like button. It looks like 42 have hit the like button. 2 have hit the dislike button. Sometimes that can happen when you get lightheaded from having so much fun that you accidentally hit the wrong button. That's okay. You can change that in the future. But we have 44 people that have hit the like button and 119 watching. 119 watching with people that come and go means we've probably had about 250 unique people here. So that's pretty C-. But, for a free show, maybe just hit the like button. There you go, Catholic guilt. All right, we're keeping going. So anyway, Dale and Clare rumors. What can we talk about with Dale and Clare? You know what I mean? There was a rumor today that... I need a coaster. Hold on. Tasha sees I don't use coasters. She gets very upset. Very upset if I don't use a coaster. Rumor today that Dale is cheating. And again, this is a rumor. I haven't found any empirical evidence other than a photo of Dale with his arm around somebody, which is ridiculous. Because I think it was a photo from before he even met Clare. Ridiculous. Lynn said mansplaining's hilarious. Thank you so much. So let's go to this right here. Hold on. Mystery Woman revealed. Okay, so this is the Mystery Woman revealed. Let's see if we can get this without, clicking on a bunch of nude images. We're moving very slowly right now on my internet. Hopefully where I moved to has a better internet speed because this is atrocious. What do I got to do to get this page to load? There it is. All right, so let's go to the beginning here. Bachelorette's Dale Moss accused of cheating on Clare Crowley throughout entire engagement. Again, zero evidence, and that's what's wrong with these stories. So please take this with less than a grain of salt. Sometimes when there's smoke, there's fire. But in situations like this, it's important to not want to trash this other person for no good reason. We don't know anything about her. Trying to go down to the where she is. Hold on, folks. Whenever they make these articles, they just got to include a whole bunch of nonsense. Where's the... Hold on. Is this it? This Dale Moss, Mr. Woman revealed following accusations he cheated. Is this not the same page? Here it is. So, here's Dale. This was 57 weeks ago. And this is the information they're saying, they're printing their news story saying he cheated. This is it. This is the photo. And again, let's lead by example and not make fun of anyone. For all we know, she's just a realtor in New York City. She probably buys a couple of those advertisements on the bus stop. Some homeless guy, took a dump on her realty sign. If I paid for realty signs and I would just be like Windexing them, you know what I mean? Anyway, she must be pretty tall because he's big. Anyway, I digress. This is just them out to dinner. She's a realtor. Apparently, he's been in touch with her. Not touching her, but in touch with her. Because he's been shopping for a new place for him and Claire, possibly. That's all we know. Again, is he an awful person? I don't think so. I don't think Dale's an awful person. The fact that he released a joint statement and Claire wasn't privy to it doesn't bode well. That's kind of like how Colton released a statement about Cassie dropping the restraining order. It's like, I think we wanted to hear about that from her. You know, it's like in a hostage situation where you're like, the hostage is fine. It's like, can we get them on the phone, maybe with a newspaper? Can we just, you know what I mean? Let's see what you guys are saying. B. Bean says Dale will be on Paradise. Probably been a better choice. Linda said it's always better to have someone chasing you. Absolutely. B. Bean says Paradise will be lit. Like, I don't know what to make of Paradise anymore. I'm going to need a flow chart. I haven't recapped Paradise in a couple of years, but you guys have really stepped it up by liking my videos. So if that continues, I will be joining you guys for Paradise. Paradise. Katie said, maybe I am not remembering right. I just feel like Dale was so boring. Like, we know more interesting men who are also more popular who could be on Bachelor in Paradise. Yeah, I don't know much about Dale. Maybe he's not boring. I mean, I'm sure he's got something to him. But, you know, I'm probably boring with my fiance too, but I think that's where I do my best comedic work, when I'm just on the couch with her. There was no innuendo to that. I just think I'm couch funny. You know what I mean? I'm always like, man, if I had a show like Jessica Simpson and Nick Lachey had, I think I would dominate that. Got to meet Nick Lachey a few years ago. Nice guy. Very nice guy. Yeah, Rachel says Dale was super boring. CCC. Triple C said, I heard today on a Bachelor podcast, Jason, you listen to other Bachelor podcasts? Forgiven. Jason has been talking to Claire for over a month, and he said they broke up long ago. Jason has been talking to Claire for over a month. I believe it has more to do with that sister of his, bad thing comment, and cousin. So yeah, Dale got in a fight with Claire just last week, so they must have been together. Jamie says the having kids talk made him run away. That's possible. B. Bean says, Dale reads the Bible to her. I don't know what that means. Colton should be in jail, says B. Bean. Yeah, technically, Colton should be serving up to a 365-day prison sentence. California State Prison. Penitentiary. Can you imagine how jacked Colton would get in prison? I'm not saying he's gay, but there is a scenario in which Colton would have a blast in prison. Okay. I don't know. Elizabeth said Dale wasn't into it. I'm having a weird one today, folks. I'm showing you nude photos. I can't believe I'm still on air. 121 viewers. I'm going to have to edit that out later. You know, I have to wait till the show's ended, and once it's ended, I can go back in and I can slice something out. So that's what I'll have to do. Because it's actually, you know, we're talking back about Jade again. The irony is I wasn't trying to shame her at all. It's just YouTube's very conservative with what they can do. If you want unedited speech by me, you got to come to the Patreon. That's where I can actually talk like a human. You know, last year I learned that swearing on YouTube getting a call from Vegas is calling in. Leave your voicemails, 401-213-9828. Yeah, I found out last year that when you swear, YouTube sometimes won't promote your content as much. I didn't know that. You know, I used to, some of my older recaps, I was dropping hard C words. I mean, we were having a blast over there. And you know, some people, it's one of those things, crack an egg to make an omelet. Some people hated that I was swearing, but to me, it's like, hey, sometimes you just got to say you know what I mean? Risky business. Lynn says, I see 130 viewers. Yay. Yes, Lynn, so do I. Very fortunate for that. We're going the distance, folks. If people keep on watching, we'll keep on talking. You know, when we hit 10,000 subscribers, as you guys know, I have committed to a 10-hour live stream. I don't expect anyone to want to watch for 10 hours, but I will be doing that. And to be honest, very cocky about it. I think I'll be doing it quite easily. I think the idea is start at 8 a.m. Pacific time. I mean, geez, the way I see it, I could go longer than 10, but let's just aim for 10 and maybe 20,000 subscribers. We'll aim for more. Looks like Chris from Vegas just left a voicemail. We'll check that out in a second. If anyone wants to leave a voicemail, start compiling them. Call in. Let's get to it. Go straight to my voicemail And yes, RM Army, 129. We're cooking, folks. TJC said if Colton was to come out gay, no one would be surprised. And look, I'm not even saying that in some sort of like shameful way or whatever. I love the gay community. So many of my friends, I just love the gay community. I love how authentic a lot of gay people can be because they're like, you know what? I'm gay and I don't care. Like it takes a while to get that way. I've spent my whole life just trying to dance like nobody's watching because I was kind of raised single mom. And then my mom remarried, loved my stepdad, very conservative, just very quiet, very much. And I just want to turn that music up and dance to some Mariah Carey. Is that a problem? Leah said, I think Claire talking about babies is one thing. She gushed about babies immediately their first public appearance. Oh, sorry. South Carolina's calling. I thought I had the ringer turned off. I'll have to figure that out. Leave a voicemail. Elizabeth said, isn't Colton a Christian? I don't think he'd ever come out gay. I think he wrote a book or something about talking about his sexual confusion. Yeah, well, it doesn't mean he's not gay. And again, maybe he is, maybe he's not. But, you see people that are just like, like Lindsey Graham, and you go, look, man, just be gay. Nobody cares. And I guess that's not completely true. Some people, it's a big life-changing experience for people to come out of the closet. But I just think I think being gay in today's world, being gay and legalizing of weed were two issues that people were completely turned on. I mean, it's crazy to think that Obama was against gay marriage at the beginning of his term. This isn't even a political issue. This is human rights, folks. I worked on Normal Heart, which was a show about the AIDS epidemic before it was even called AIDS. It was by Ryan Murphy, and we filmed that. Everyone was in that. I just did background on it, but it was Julia Roberts, Matt Bomer, Mark Ruffalo. Everybody was in this movie, and they filmed it on one of the days where they repealed a big thing that was limiting gay rights in New York City. And to watch people hugging, crying, it's great. It's great to see people get these rights that should be inalienable to all of us. I remember Renee, if Renee's watching, she lives in Chelsea. Chelsea's a very gay-friendly community. New York City in itself is gay-friendly, but Chelsea's like the place to go, And I remember after a night, hey, how are you? What are you smiling about? Oh, come join us. Show us that energy. No, get in here. Come on. Get in. You don't have pants on? Are you naked? Put some pants on and get in here. We have 141 viewers, Tasha. They want to see you. Tasha's coming in. She's got to put pants on. Point is I was at a gay bar, as you do. I was at a gay bar with a female flight attendant. Didn't know her. We just had a comedy show. We all went to the gay bar. And a guy, it's drag night, so they're doing drag karaoke. It's like, if this all sounds like a cliche, it is. It's exactly what you expect it to be. And I show up, and a guy brought his dad. And it was awesome. It was cool. Ladies and gentlemen, Tasha Marie Courtney.
Want me to join you on your chair?
Yeah, join me.
Okay.
Getting a lot of calls. A call from Kelly in Georgia, Matt in Vegas. I can't even keep up. We're at 130 to 140 people here. Hey,
amazing.
Everybody. Tasha Marie. Everyone say hi to Tasha. Do you want to listen to some voicemails,
Oh,
or do you just want to chat?
Well, you coerced me into this chair,
As
so
you do.
you
want
tell
a
me.
sip of coffee?
Hi,
Tasha
everybody.
And I, as we mentioned at the beginning up top, if you're new, this is Tasha Marie, my fiance, and we have been looking. The thing I've been saying today is the butterfly always finds a way out of the cocoon.
Yeah.
And we're in a very small, humble apartment, and we've looked at a new place that gives us outdoor space for the dog, room for filming, and a whole ton of other positive energy. And we're looking at moving.
We're gonna apply tonight, so we'll see what happens.
We're gonna apply tonight. Hopefully, I haven't committed any crimes recently. Although, Tasha, I have to tell you this. Wait till I tell you what just happened. Okay, I'm gonna show you. So Jade Roper is married. They have kids. She was on The Bachelor a few years ago, but we're gonna talk about sex shaming next episode. Let me turn this up a little bit. So what I wanted to do was pull up an article about her having been in Playboy. I accidentally showed this to everybody. They're not looking at it right now, but Tasha's looking at what I accidentally flashed to everybody. It was only like about 1.5 seconds.
Was that before or after Bachelor.
Before Bachelor. And the whole idea was like, it shouldn't, hey, what, $20? Hold on, hit the, wow, hey, that's a new duvet cover. We'll take that. Yeah, we're upgrading. I mean, I do have to say this. Part of our desire to upgrade is knowing we can't cut our expenses any lower. So it's about time we take some risks on ourselves, giving ourselves more room to create, more room to live, socialize, and just breathe. And my hypothesis is that we will exponentially grow our YouTube, Tasha's TikTok, the blogs,
My TikTok.
all the other things. Tasha's got a TikTok.
My TikTok is very poor performing.
That's the idea. Your $20 donation helps a lot. Since I started the live stream, I've gotten actually a couple $100 in donations. This episode will be completely demonetized because I flashed you all with Jade's
How
hoo-has.
you can't like put a blur over it?
I will afterwards. I'll be able to, but I don't know what they'll do. But yeah, afterwards I'll be able to.
You're in trouble.
Yeah, I'm gonna be in YouTube timeout.
You are. You're gonna be in jail.
Yeah, Marion
gotta be
says
careful
I
about
turned
that.
beet red. It was hilarious. Yeah, I mean, but honestly, if Tasha wants to, now that we're not on that page, but if Tasha wants to, I mean, would you consider this risque?
Yeah.
I mean, it's for sure. It's actually, I didn't know she posed nude, but she also did. You know, we talked about our friend Raquel Pomplin, who was the first Mexican American Playmate of the year, and with the nude photos, you do like 3 to 5 minute nude, you know, under a shower. There's always, you know, I feel like it's like they just upsell you. They're like, all right, for 10 grand, you want to do this too? And you're like, yeah, I'll do that too. Everyone's seen my clam chowder. We might as well. So Jade did all this. This is what I saw, just this normal bikini photo, but you know.
So did they?
This is beautiful though. I wish I could show some of these. They're artistically nude photos.
Well, it's got a style. It's like a pinup
Look at that
style. Whoa. But yeah, I
That's
mean,
not a
these
stick
are,
shift, folks. Yeah,
So tell me, did this come up on her season?
now you guys tell me. We have experts in the chat. Some people say that she showed these pictures during her season. I believe it was to Chris Soul. This is getting a little before my time.
Yeah, this is way before.
This is like
my
a
time.
season or two. B Bean says Tasha is on TikTok. What's your TikTok?
Tasha_Courtney.
Tasha_Courtney.
I've had 2 videos perform,
and
every other video has 5 views. So
yeah, but you can still give her some love
come say
over
hi.
there. Sabine said, I don't know why the Jade thing is a scandal because she literally talked about it on The Bachelor when she was on, then was eliminated after. Yeah,
Oh, that's a bummer.
I don't know if it's so much of a scandal but it was an excuse for people to, you know, talk about it.
I just had no idea that this was a thing. I remember her from maybe like a Bachelor in Paradise or something, but that's all I knew about her.
Linda Cohen said, missed it. Show us what Tasha is reacting to. Well, I'll tell you, Google.
No, come on.
It's nude. If you want to see what is nude, it's rated R, Jade Roper Playboy photos. I totally didn't think it was going to be this easy to find them. I thought it was going to take me to a news site. But anyhow, I digress.
I just, you know, I don't want us to be like gossiping.
But that's the
about
thing
her.
is that it was actually like I was trying. It was.
And I don't think that like it's kind of us to like play into the controversy either.
Yeah, but I think it's empowering. She made beautiful photos. She did it as an adult with the complete, you know, mental capacity. I don't think she's ashamed of them. They're beautiful. It's not like some, you know, some smutty thing. You know, whatever. Anyway, so what's your thoughts on Dale and Clare breaking up?
I'm just sad that she has to give her ring back. That's a big rock.
Yeah, Tasha.
That's a big rock.
Tasha's
I
a
felt
size
like
queen.
I can't believe they couldn't make it work for 2 years just so they could hold on to that ring.
Leah said Tasha raising those beautiful brows at Dave. Yeah, she's got no control over these brows. They speak their own language. The video of Chris seeing her Playboy video is on YouTube. The episode is there now.
Oh, I'd be interested to watch that. I just, you know, I'm always curious. It's one of those things that, like, you know, regardless of how she feels about it, hopefully she felt empowered by the experience. Hopefully she doesn't feel any, like, shame or regret after the fact.
I don't want to speak for her, but
it's
she
one
seems
of those,
pretty
That's
chill.
good. I mean, that's great. I have no idea, but I I feel like that's probably a uncomfortable conversation to have with like someone that you're new, fresh, trying to date, like on The Bachelor. Yeah, obviously she had to address it because otherwise it would get out anyway, because Bachelor has a habit of leaking secrets about its contestants.
Yeah, so we're talking about this because next episode there's the rumor that there is shaming about sex work. I've already made the podcast where I talked to our friend Meredith about having an OnlyFans account where she does sexual acts and people pay for it, and she's making a lot of money. She has no qualms about it. She got a kid. Doesn't matter. That's what she does. It only matters to people. She said all the people that it mattered to are already out of her life. She said her parents don't care. It's safe. It's guys she's dating in her own home. No sleazy producer. Although the creator of OnlyFans is he's a billionaire off of these women, so there's that whole thing. But anyhow, there'll be a lot of discussion to be had. I need to figure out how to do that, but I love the idea of watching the video of her discussing it. I can't do that on the stream. I'm already demonetized, but maybe I'm not.
Yeah,
Who
they're
knows?
really cute. Wait, who did she marry? Tanner. Yeah, they're really cute. They're like one of the strongest and most long-lasting Bachelor couples.
B Bean says, Dave, tell Tasha she's lucky to have you. Okay, you're lucky to have me.
You're lucky.
Yeah.
Tell Tasha you're lucky.
I'm kidding. Mikailar says she's probably crying right now, but got to put on a brave face. Who are we talking about? Too many people. Linda, there were nude photos of Kenny from Tasha and Claire season that Whitney and Rye pointed out. Yes, Kenny has nude photos. Kenny's got a great body. You know this guy's body?
No, he doesn't.
Are you kidding me?
Kenny is my least favorite of all the contestants.
Kenny, hold on. Talk for a second. Kenny,
No.
Bachelorette.
I'm not curious about his nude photos.
No, I'm not going to show his nude photos. But Kenny is. I actually thought Kenny was going to be the villain based on the photos, but he became.
He just kind of had an attitude problem.
Solid guy. Kenny became a solid guy. So here's Kenny. You want to talk about getting demonetized? Look at this guy's got more abs than a what? Like that's an Abercrombie. Look at this, folks. Are you kidding me, Tasha?
Well, it's fine to have a nice body, but I don't need all those deep V-neck shirts. He was a little overboard with the deep
so you've got a problem
V-necks.
with his style. I'm looking at his washboard abs.
Look at all those veins.
Yeah.
That
Yeah. Your boy can appreciate this. I just lost 10 pounds due to my illness, and I didn't even get an ab. I didn't get one ab. Lost 10 pounds. I was like, oh, the abs will show up. Nope, lose some more, Dave. Eat some more of that Mongolian beef. All right. Dave read my message wrong on purpose. Yeah, that's right. I'm quick, guys. Quick on my feet. This is my job. By the way, someone said I don't think people should shame sex workers, and she shouldn't. Yeah, the problem isn't shaming the sex workers. This is going to be a tongue twister. The problem is, at what point, and let me ask you guys this, because we'll talk about this as this happens on the episode, but at what point do you need to tell your boyfriend or girlfriend that you are either a sugar daddy or whatever, or have been in the past? I think it's good to be open and honest. With Meredith, who I had the podcast with, I haven't released a video yet. It'll probably come out Saturday. I'm just holding off because all the other videos are doing so well. But Meredith says when she meets a guy, she tells him right up front, I have an OnlyFans account. I do things on it, and most of them are either cool with it, and if they're not, she doesn't waste their time.
Yeah.
You know? Abs are overrated, Sabine said. I've been saying that since I was 19 when I lost them. I've been saying that. I never had abs. I've always liked sugar. They say abs are made in the kitchen. You know, so is my belly. Leah says he looks thirsty. For sure. Didn't drink water for 48 hours at least. Yeah, you know, I've tried to do that once for a photo where I tried to get ripped, and they give you these diuretic pills, which is basically like 20 coffees, and it just makes you pee nonstop, and it gets all of everything out of your body. But I took the pill too early, and I got a headache because I had a beer with the pill. And then after the headache, I had to drink water, and it ballooned me up, and I looked like a giant.
It's one of those
Macy's.
things. If that's your method, you cannot eat or drink anything all day.
And I don't have that discipline.
100% done that for photo shoots.
I took
back in the day.
bodybuilding diuretics. Now have a coffee. If you can have a lot of water, then a coffee, and then pee everything out, and then take a photo, you're good. Or in my case, lose 10 pounds from punching cloth, as they say.
Ew.
Yeah, guys, we all know. If you haven't heard the story yet, I crapped my pants 3 times. Never in my life, never in my adult life, as a kid maybe, never in my adult life have I crapped myself. But the tides have turned. Mark that off the bucket list. Speaking of buckets, Tasha found me. I mean, I was literally in the alleyway. We were going to go look at a property, and I left and had to go vomit. I vomited on her tire, on her Prius. I was in such rough shape. No one cares. You've heard the story. But then on the alleyway, when we tried to get back inside, I literally doubled over on all fours in the alleyway, which is the most disgusting part of all of Los Angeles. And I couldn't get my ass up to get inside. That was a rough 12 hours.
I'm glad you pulled through. I was nervous.
I'm still down. 7 of the 10 pounds. I thought I would have gained all the weight back right away. It'll be fun to see Tyler and Matt together in paradise. Look, here's the thing with Matt. Here's the thing with Tyler. He ain't going to paradise. Tyler is so
Why not?
much better than this franchise. They can't afford him. They can't afford Tyler. It ain't happening. Jess said Tasha's so proud right now. You should be proud of the fact that you didn't know what to do with me when I first told you I was sick. The last time this happened was in Thailand, where I was like, babe, I'm dying right now. And it seems to be every 2 years you're gonna have to deal with a 12-hour nightmare. Luckily, I made it home this time, but in Thailand we had to fly for 20. I'm sweating. We had to fly for 20 hours while I was sick. It was miserable. Yeah, Tyler's leveled up. All right. So anyway, I'm gonna play some voicemails. Are you gonna hang around for the voicemails?
Sure, you can hang around for the voicemails. Or I can.
Lynn, you're gonna hang around. Well, why don't you put some headphones on so you can hear the voicemails?
No, never mind.
I was gonna say, rather than share it with you, just grab your own headphones and plug them in.
I'll just listen from over here.
Well, I gotta play it in my ear. You gonna walk away? You're not gonna hear the voicemail. She thinks she's gonna magically hear the voicemail through my ears. She's gone. Tasha's gone. Pants are off, guys. She's out. All right, let's play some voicemails. You guys have been fantastic. 110 viewers. Thanks for sticking around. Lynn, if you do, and again, no pressure, but if you do want to tell us about your experience as a sugar baby, I don't know if she was a sugar mama, a sugar baby. As a sugar baby, please, if you feel comfortable, let us know. Trying to see where lost your other comment there. Katie said, depends on what it was like. I don't know. A sugar daddy in college is different than having Playboy pics on the internet or an active OnlyFans. I wouldn't say it's better or worse. It's just different. You know, Playboy pics live forever, but if you're confident in who you are, and I mean, I would think like, right, Tasha, I mean, you can openly say you've thought about it before, right? Tasha's thought about posing for Playboy. Go on our Instagram, @TashaCourtney. Everyone go follow Tasha. She's thought about it. You know, our friend Raquel did Playboy, and Raquel probably gets a good finder's fee. Told Tasha, hey, you'll make, told her you'd probably get some good love from it. If you're going to talk, you got to come on camera because they can't hear you. Yeah, there was 2 years where Playboy wasn't doing full nude, but you've done enough implied nudes, whatever. The point is that, it's when you break it all down, it's something that I think, why not appreciate your body? Bodies change. Like Jade, she had a couple babies, right? I'm sure she really, and again, I'm speaking for her, but I would really appreciate having that sort of like catalog of what I was. I don't know. Everyone's different. Leslie said Chris Harrison plugging his book on the show is tacky. Yeah, that's not the only thing Chris Harrison plugs. That hairline, folks. Come on now. Yeah, I mean, look, I don't blame him. I plug everything on this. I don't blame him, but yeah, I hear you. Katie says, yeah, once you've dated Gigi Hadid, you're not about to get stuck on a beach with Victoria. Tasha, did you hear that? Katie, she goes, once you've dated Gigi Hadid, you're not getting stuck on a beach with Victoria. See, guys, I said it the second time and she still didn't hear it. I said, did you hear it? You said no. I said it again and you still weren't listening. You guys see what I have to deal with here? Katie said about Tyler, once you're dated Gigi Hadid, you're not about to get stuck on a beach with Victoria. See, guys, not as funny the third time. Bye, Tasha. Tasha, she's still talking, guys. They can't hear you. This is why I can't wait for a new place, because I'm going to be in another room just yelling at her. I mean, all right. Leslie said, Dave, did you see the Bachelor Reddit thread about Matt's ex-roommate going on a podcast and talking about what he was like as a roommate? I would love your male perspective. I didn't, but I'll look into that. Yeah. I'll look into that. Look, I've had roommates that would talk so much trash about me. I've got roommates that I've been in their bridal party. I've got roommates I've been best man to, or at least groomsmen. And then I've got roommates that it didn't work out well. So I don't really necessarily judge the past roommate thing. Leah, have you ever had any... Leah, have you ever been a bad roommate? I feel like Leah, you were in a sorority, right? I feel like Leah and I are sort of long lost cousins. Leah's the Michigan Dave of moms. She was like, don't do that to me. Don't disrespect my name like that. Linda said that photo of Kenny is not the one Whit and Rice showed on their show. Yeah, I know. I just can't. I can't show the photos. All right, let me play a few comments. Oh, sorry, a few of your voicemails. If anyone wants to leave a voicemail, this is your final warning. 401-213-9828. I can't help but tell you guys how grateful I am for all of you that have stuck around and watched all the videos this week. My channel has 54,000 views in the last 48 hours. That's a lot for me. I'm not some big fan take. I'm not some big Wit and Rye. Your boy's getting to that 10,000 fast though, and it's because of you guys. Thank you so much. It's because of your liking, your commenting, and overall engagement. I really appreciate it. All right, here we go. Music's off. Voicemails. This is my voicemail sound. All right, here we go. What do we got? Loading it up. Here we go. Oz always gets the first voicemail.
Bachelor Nation, what's up, everybody? So, just some Bachelor Nation gossip. Sarah used to date G-Eazy, Holly's ex-boyfriend, like back in March. So she gets around. And as far as Clare and Dale, it's just a sad situation. But she wasn't really open to the Bachelor experience, so she didn't get to meet anybody else. So it's kind of her fault. I just saw you posted another video about her, but I haven't had a chance to watch it yet. She must be really upset. So it's a sad situation all around. And I hope next week's episode will be very entertaining. And I think Sarah will end up coming back. That's my feeling. That's my 411 prediction. So have a good one, everyone. Okay, bye.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Sheriff Oz. He's got his own music here. Dating G-Eazy. I'm not going to lie. I had to Wikipedia who G-Eazy was. He's born in 1989. His name is Gerald Gillum. Look, I guess if you're a rapper, you can't just be called Lil Gerald. Yo, what's up? What's up? It's my boy, Little Gerald. Little Earl. Hey, Tasha. Do you know who G-Eazy is? His name, he's a white guy named Gerald Earl. Yo, it's my boy, Gerald Earl. I told you, call me G-Eazy. Yeah, what up, Earl? What an Earl thing to say. Anyway, early in the morning, rising to my feet. Anyway, she dated G-Eazy. I don't know what there is to say about that. I don't know, photos of them dating. Yeah, they dated. I guess that's him. Is that a face tattoo or some sort of like wound he's got? He kind of looks like Macaulay Culkin in a way. I think Sarah's great. I do. I think she's great. They got their phones in their hands. What's wrong with us, guys? Get their phones in their hand? I mean, who knows? Maybe they're just walking out. I wonder if this was a staged paparazzi photo. It says, following their controversial breakup, the Bachelor Sarah Trust speaks out after dramatic exit. This is... I don't think we actually played this. Let's see if we can go back to it. We never, while we're on Sarah, we never finished this. Real queens fix each other's crowns. So this is Sarah's statement after watching herself get bullied on the show. I don't know. There's one of these stupid websites is playing an advertisement in the background. This is annoying. That's me. Sorry, hold on, folks. All right, here it is. We see the quote, women supporting women all the time on the internet, but what does that really mean? To me, it means sharing encouragement instead of judgment, refraining from negative comments even when it's sometimes easier to say something mean instead of something nice. It means supporting a female-owned business and paying full price. It means supporting a younger woman in your industry and offering guidance and support when appropriate. It means valuing community over competition. It does not mean you have to pretend to like everybody always. That's impossible. But it does mean being a good person, keeping your head up, and refraining from degrading another human being. You never know the internal battles another person is going through. At the end of the day, please just be a decent, kind individual. What do you guys think about that, folks? A little bit more grace in our life would be nice, wouldn't it?
Sarah's journey to find love.
Where is this sound coming from? I got to delete all these things. Oh, there it is. You want to talk about, speaking of viruses, try to cover the Bachelorette. Nothing but spam here and there. Anyway, folks. All right, so thank you so much for the voicemail, as always, Oz. And let's get to our next voicemail here. Thank you for sticking around, guys. Staying with the comment section here, Lynn said, this is way more interesting than anything in the Bachelor world. Lynn said, as a sugar baby, I had some great experiences going to some fun parties, restaurants, places, and meeting some great high-profile people. I met some scary people and had some scary experiences as well. Lynn said, I'm still friends with some of my past sugar daddies, and they ask about my daughter and are genuine friends now. Sent gifts for Christmas to me and my daughter. I think that's cool. I don't know. I don't know if you're married, and if so, what your husband thinks of that. I don't know. I don't know if I've got enough confidence to accept a gift from one of Tasha. If I'm not to say Tasha had a sugar daddy, but if she did, I don't know if I would have the. Wait, what are you smiling for? I'm listening to you. Well, I don't know if I would have the confidence if you're a sugar daddy sent you a gift for the dog. I'd be like, you know what? Take that dog and get out of here. I don't need it. All right, let's go to Chris from Las Vegas. Voicemails. Oh, it's a nice short one. I like a good short one. Hold on, I lost it.
Bachelor Nation, what's up, everybody? So just
that's not it. That's Oz again. Sorry, Chris from Vegas.
Hi, this is Chris from Las Vegas, and we are watching your live video. Dale. Dale banged that out. Come on. He did.
Thank you for the comment. Bang that out. Is that code for bumping Harrisons? Is that what you're saying, that Dale bumped Harrisons with a real estate agent? Let's just say love it or list it. He assisted it. I don't know. Stupid. Yeah. He paid her first, last, and a good old deposit, if you will. Yeah, maybe he did. I don't know. Maybe their relationship was over. We just don't know. We just don't know. The only part of that whole story that annoys me between Dale and Clare is the part where he released a joint statement and she wasn't ready for it. That's it. I mean, what does that show about the relationship if he didn't have enough respect to be like, hey, I'm going to release this. We want to proofread it? I mean, don't you get a chance to proofread it? I'll tell you what. I can't post anything without Tasha screening it first. You know what I mean? All right, next one. Linda said, every time I watch you, Wit and Rye, Roses and Rose, which is Lauren Zima's show, and Bachelor Fantake and his sleuthing preview too, you're of the same caliber for sure. Well, I appreciate that so much. Look, I don't want to be the guy that does a bunch of research and finds out who the spoilers are. I ain't your reality Steve. I'm just your buddy who watches the show on the couch and says a few funny things from time and again. Now, once in a while, that Colton Underwood story breaks, and I'm like, is no one going to read these text messages? This is insane what he's doing. I'll cover it. And by all means, I'm covering more Bachelor news now as to be honest, I'm making money doing it, so I'll keep on doing that. I would very much like to make money on my YouTube channel with my other content, but if this is the sort of, thing that breaks the ice, then by all means, Fat Penguin, breaking ice. Leah said, to his defense, I'm sure he was trying to sound respectful in his own way, but speaking on behalf of her was not okay. Yeah, I'm sure he was trying to sound respectful. It's just like, don't you understand your actions at this point? Don't you have a publicist? Don't you? I mean, these are all things you should have. I mean, he's got management. You should know. You should just know better. I don't know. All right, here we go. Let's go. Kelly. This is Kelly calling in from Georgia. Always love to hear ladies' opinions.
Dave, it's Kelly, and I am calling you from Georgia. Woo! And I am just wanting to say that, I think Dale was in this for publicity, and Claire also put a lot of pressure on him that he didn't want, so he flew back to New York City and to his lifestyle. I also think that with Matt James, Matt James and Tyler Cameron have quite the bromance. So it would be hard for a third party to come in and try to get in the middle of that, or perhaps they have a romance. Hard to get in the middle of that too. Anyway, love your content. Keep it coming. Bye.
That was Kelly from Georgia. Thank you, Kelly. From the recently blue state of Georgia. All right, we're wrapping up business here, folks. I'm going to keep talking to you for a little bit because we got 122. If you're new, make sure to hit the like button. It helps support my channel. If anyone has the wherewithal and interest, I would appreciate if again, you're some trust fund kid who's got nothing better to do, to, the donation button's right up here. So if you're interested, by all means, I always read the donations when I get a nice Venmo. I read them on the recaps. I appreciate you guys so much. This is interesting right here. I played this in my video earlier today, but this is Dale Moss leaving like a Gristedes, which is like the Greek, supermarket in New York City. And this is him getting approached by a paparazzi. Now, the deal is, I know it's going to play back a little jerky here, but the audio should be good. I'll play it in a second. But a lot of people are saying, me included, that it seems a little suspect that the paparazzi was able to find him, on some random Upper West Side street. Now, look, New York's a small city, but it ain't that small. There's 8 million people that live in this city. And and I know he's tall, whatever, but it's like, come on, everyone's wearing a mask and you just randomly found him. What happens is when people want, to get something out into the media, or if they want to stay in the public light, they'll call a paparazzo, whatever they're called. Paparazzo. I don't know why we use Italian words to, for the photographer. They're always a smut photographer. By the way, what was that? I missed. I'll have to pause it again because I missed what that street corner was, but here it is.
How you doing? What's up? How you doing, man? How's everything, right?
Yeah, everything's okay.
How are you feeling? Obviously, there's a lot going on right now. How are you feeling?
Obviously, it's not the greatest situation, but Claire and I have a lot of love for each other, and this is the healthiest thing for us right now.
Are you guys going to continue to be friends?
Yeah, Claire and I will be cool.
Yeah. Well, why did you guys break up? Was there a reason?
Claire and I will be cool, is what he said. When Claire posted her statement today, we'll go back to this in a second. When Claire posted her statement today, Dale liked it. Now, this statement that she posted today was, I was made aware of a mutual statement at the same time you all were. When you use quotes with someone you just broke up with, that's your way of saying, like, all right, you POS, So Dale liked this photo. Oh, so did Lapia, our friend over there. Dale liked this photo, which is interesting because clearly something is not right in the state of Denmark. So we go back to it. Is that the one? Yeah, let's go back to it.
Yeah.
I was going to play from the beginning.
What's up,
I'll pick it up in a second. So yeah, he says, oh yeah, we're cool, no big deal. It's like, I think Claire is in a different scenario as you are. And this is where it kind of starts to stink when you got a guy who's young, he's got the world ahead of him. And I'm not saying Claire doesn't, but there's a biological clock. There's anxiety. There's a woman who wants to fall in love. Like, she wants all the right things. We can hate her for not giving the other guys a chance or having these anxiety flare-ups whatsoever. That's fine.
We've just got a lot going on in our lives right now.
Let's see if we can see what street corner this is.
Do you have any regret from being on the show?
None whatsoever. I met Claire. That's why I went on the show.
Yeah. Well, okay. Would you consider going on Bachelors in Paradise? I feel like you're a great candidate for that.
Not there yet, man.
Not there? What about Bachelor?
What does that street sign say? Can you guys tell me? Oh, it's 12th. Oh, this is downtown. East 12th and 3rd? Is that what that says? East 12th and 3rd. All right, not that it matters. He's in the I guess that's East Village. That used to be called Alphabet City. It used to be a very dangerous part of town, but now it's a very nice part. Anyway, the paparazzi says, are you going to do Bachelor in Paradise? And he says, not there yet. Not there yet. So this might be his way of wanting to keep it in the news that he might be on the show. Now, don't get me wrong. Maybe this was just a paparazzi. I got to do a little more research. Leave a comment and let me know if you know. There's been a few people saying, oh, that was somebody he knew, and they kind of put together some whole, reason why. I don't really know too much about that.
Not there yet, man.
How, okay, DM.
All right, that's the end of that. All right, that's the end of that. So, yeah, I don't know. I don't know what you got. Oh, Jesus. Oh, I thought you guys saw it. Oh, my gosh. The nude photos just pulled back up on my page. I thought you guys, it was like, because I was showing Tasha, so it was like extra large, and I clicked out of one thing, and it just came. I gotta baptize my computer, folks. We gotta baptize this. I gotta put some Lysol wipes on this computer here. Sav said, and not be locked down to a 39-year-old who wants kids next week. Yeah, and look, and Claire has every right in the world to want what she wants. When you find love and things are working, life can happen fast. Love doesn't work in the same time frame that we exist in. It can be overnight. People get married 2 weeks after meeting when the times are right. So it can happen, Let me put some beats back on, and we're going to start wrapping this up. Last chance if you do want to call in. This is your last chance to call in. I do appreciate you guys hanging out with me. We're at an hour 30. I could go all night, but I know out of respect to you guys, we won't. Stay tuned tomorrow morning. I'm going to be releasing some new content tomorrow morning. I'm going to start doing something that I'm calling Casual Fridays. So I'm going to just, it won't be a live stream. It'll just be like a 15-minute video of me going through news stories that weren't worth covering as their own video. So I'll try to button them up a little bit, and I'll try not to include a bunch of nude photos in there. How about that? I said we didn't see it. Sorry. Yeah, no, only I saw it. But normally I've got all of my internet browser clips being shared to you guys, and if I don't want it being shared, I have to pull it on a different thing. It's very complicated. Clearly I'm just a small YouTuber who doesn't know how to operate his live stream. B Bean said, Dave, how do you know so much about New York? I used to live in New York. I lived in Brooklyn on the Q train, and then I lived on the 1 train uptown Harlem, and I loved it. And as a stand-up comedian, I've performed in every dive bar in New York City. You know New York, it's all the bars are long and skinny, just like Dale's hoo-ha, you know what I mean? Kidding, folks. Stupid. He's got one of those stupid hats on, his little, okay. So the long skinny bars, usually there's like a back piano bar area. I've done stand-up comedy, every little spot in New York City. Absolutely. Yes, Jamie says, don't forget to hit the like button. Please, on the way out, caress, bump the ugly off of that like button. KT says, Claire's beautiful but high-strung, high-maintenance. She needs to find an older man who will indulge her. I think Claire needs some weed. What do you guys think? Tasha, can you hear me? Don't you think Claire would benefit from just some edibles? Let me tell you guys something. When I was doing my recap the other night, someone who lives in my apartment might have had an edible. And when I was done with my recap, there was a buffet-style assortment. There was a charcuterie board. There was, what's it called? Seaweed crisps. Every type of dip you can imagine. And the most loving grin in the world from yours truly, Tasha Marie. I think Claire, you give her a little bit, you throw a little bit of edible in her morning muffin, I think she's going to have a blast. You know what I mean? Anyway, I don't know. B Bean says Claire needs a sugar daddy. Yeah, sure. She could use, you know what I was saying is Claire needs a guy who's like a pilot, who's divorced. Although usually a divorced guy doesn't want kids, right? Usually you had your kids, they don't like you anymore because you cheated on your wife. So maybe that's a bad idea. But I'm trying to catch all your comments here. Mech Keb said, OMG, Sarah is fake. She throws all the women, even those who helped to her through her fake ordeal. The show edited her generously. Can't wait for the girls to speak post-show. Well, one girl has already apologized. Look, if you don't know Sarah personally, then you're just sort of projecting on her. I don't know if Sarah's fake. Maybe she puts on a brave face, but I'll tell you what, ain't Meryl Streep can cry like that. I mean, she's really been going through a lot, and a lot of people go, well, why did she decide to go on a show when her dad's dying? Her dad's been dying for years. You can't just put your life on hold. This is going to sound really harsh. You don't just put your life on hold when you have to deal with someone's like tragic thing. You try to figure it all out. So for her to take 6 weeks off and go on a show isn't the worst idea in the world. You know what I mean? It's so easy for us to say, well, why would you do that? Yeah, obviously when
when everything kind of hit the fan, she wasn't ready for it. But maybe she thought she could go. Maybe her dad was like, wanting her to do it. A side note, I got to meet Pete Frady's parents. He's the one who started the Ice Bucket Challenge, which is for ALS. So they are responsible for, I don't know, hundreds of millions of dollars of donations for all the work that they did. Pete Frady passed away this year. I think I met his parents when he was still alive, and they're good people out of the great state of Massachusetts. ALS is a horrible disease. As you saw if you watched the show, her father literally, can't even, his physical body is just not there. Horrible disease. I don't know what she's going through. But, she's a journalist, and how it works in today's world. I talked about this with late stage capitalism. I'm not going to judge anybody. If they want to go on The Bachelor, maybe they find love, maybe they get Instagram verified and they're able to, make money having a podcast. I'm not here to judge anybody for what they have to do to survive in today's world. A lot of people have let us down. The government, the shrinking middle class, it ain't easy for some people out there, folks. So I'm not judging her for trying to make what could have been a career move, because look, I don't think there's one person that goes on The Bachelor and doesn't monetize it in some way or form afterwards. The Bachelor does. Chris Harrison does. No one's got a problem with Chris Harrison shilling out his book, but we got a problem if someone makes another podcast. I'm not saying it about you guys. I'm just saying in general. It's easy for us to be like, oh, Nick Vile's got a Patreon account. Yeah, he's monetizing his entertainment value. I don't find him that entertaining. He is in sort of like a slow gondola kind of way. He's not speedboat entertaining. He's kind of like, gardening entertainment. Sure, and that's what some people like. Maybe I'm too abrasive for some people. Clearly, I'm showing nude photos of people. Kind of horrible message am I sending? B. Bean says, Dave, but she claims she left the show for her daddy. Look, I'm not here to... Obviously, Sarah told Katie she was leaving because of her dad, and she also told Matt that she was leaving for other things. I'm not going to pick apart the different reasons why she's leaving. She's not in a good headspace. She's leaving the show because she's not in a good headspace. Does her dad have to do with it? Of course, it's her family. But is it also the bullying? Is it also falling for him and having a fight or flight mode? Absolutely. We got Michigan calling in right now. I'll let him go to voicemail and see who it is. Milwaukee Motor said Nick Vile purchased $1 million home, so he's doing all right. Absolutely. Nick Vile left a $100,000 job, which is pretty good, especially since I think it was in the Midwest. It's good money. To come to Los Angeles for a year and see if he could work it out. And I think leap in the net will appear. It's kind of like what Tasha and I are doing with moving to our new place. We're punching out of that cocoon, baby. Speaking about punching out of a cocoon, let's see. I just got a message from someone that says, what I respect about you is that, this is from a comedian, what I respect about, that I never talked to, what I respect about you is that you put your head down and do the work. You don't complain, even though I'm sure you could. I'm happy to see you do well. Keep grinding. Isn't it funny how sometimes we get a message from somebody we don't expect, and that's exactly what I needed to hear? That's cool. All right, I'm trying to find this voicemail. I just got a voicemail, so let's try to find out who just left me a voicemail. And I don't even know. It might not even be Bachelor related, which is why I'm nervous, because I think they called my home line. Who's in Troy, Michigan? Oh, maybe it's...
Press 1 to send a voicemail.
Hold on. Maybe this was Lisa calling. Lisa's from Michigan, right? I need a text message beforehand if someone wants me to pick up. Oh no, it's Denise. Okay, here we go. Let's play Denise. You like my new voicemail music? We're gonna get at it. We're gonna wrap this up, folks. But I appreciate you guys hanging around. We got 130 viewers. Hit the like button. And this is Denise from Detroit. By the way, Denise from Detroit is such a great alliteration.
Dave, it's Denise from Detroit. Oh my God, I love your reviews, especially the Man Explained. It's awesome. This season is kind of boring of The Bachelor, but you helped keep me at least interested. So thanks.
Denise from Detroit, everybody. Thank you so much. Denise from Detroit.
Really appreciate it. Just calling to say thank you. I love a good affirmation. Let's wrap it up with that. You guys have been very kind. Very kind. If anyone's out there and has any interest, you can donate. If not, hit the like button. Maybe you have a Bachelor friend you could share the content with. I think the next step with all of us is sharing in the wealth and abundance that happens in life. And part of that for me is sharing with you guys when we hit new records with donations, ad revenue, this and that. It's looking good, folks. January is a month that pays less than December because it has something to do with the new year, new ad spending. So December is a good month to make a lot of money on YouTube because advertisers pay more. It's out of my control. You know, so a video might make $60 in December and only $30 in January. The videos in January that are taking off are still making a lot of money, even at the lower level. So I only can look forward to what is to come this year. And you know me, I'm not in this for I don't want to say ego reasons. The reason I've always wanted to build my YouTube is to connect with an audience, and if it's through Bachelor, then so be it. You know, with my stand-up comedy, I talk primarily about dating and relationships anyway, and that's what the podcast is about, the SAP. If you want to check that out, link in the description. You can watch 425 different episodes of conversations with comedians about their love lives, dating. It's on Stitcher, SoundCloud, iTunes, iHeartRadio, any podcast app really you need. But I do have to say, I do appreciate the generosity and loyalty of all of you for sticking around. I notice it, Tasha notices it, and we appreciate it. And gratitude begets more things to be grateful for. So, again, I'm going to sign off by saying I'm grateful for you guys. And I will answer a few of your questions. I'm just going to sign off, and I'll still play some audio and answer the questions. So that's my kind of going out party because I know I missed a lot of questions. So anyway, I'll just say, and let me make sure I didn't miss any more voicemails. I think that's it. Thank you for Denise. Thank you from our phone call from our buddy in Vegas. I'm blanking on people. Oz, as always, I appreciate the phone call. And Kelly called in. That was Chris in Vegas. Kelly called in. And did I miss anyone else? Let me see who this one is here that I think I missed. Who's this calling? Was that Oz? Yeah, there we go. So anyway, thank you guys so much. Thanks for sticking around. We're still at triple digits. I appreciate y'all so much. And we will see you Monday night for the next post-episode live stream. And stay in touch. Hit the alert button for content. I'll be releasing some more Bachelor content tomorrow morning. Again, thank you guys so much. Bye-bye now. Thanks, Lynn. Thanks for sharing your story. Always appreciate learning more about you guys. Yes, please go watch Mansplaining if you can. Boom, da, ba-dum. It's a good song.
Dale, what's up, dude?
Ah.
How you doing? What's up? Not bad. How you doing, man?
Thanks, Lynn. I'm personal because it's the only way I know how to do it. I'm an open book. An open book. And I think that the more I talk about my growth, the more people have been invested in it. So I appreciate everyone who's been invested in hearing about growth. We like growth. We like to watch an ant farm being built, and you guys are part of it. And we really hope to introduce you to our next living situation, which is going to come with a 24-hour doggy live stream camera. Thanks, Leah. This is a graphic. I pay for the upgraded version of this live stream. Thanks to a lot of people's charitable donations, I thought I would just upgrade. It's like $100 for the year, but it is when new people see your YouTube content, it's good to show them something a little professional at up top. Thank you to my Canadians, as always. Stay warm up there. Chloe, I am sorry for scaring you. Boo. Linda said, Nick Vile's podcast is way too long. When it's live, it's all okay to go long, but when it's pre-recorded, it should be no more than 20 minutes. Well, look, Linda, I mean, everyone's is their own thing. We just did an hour 40, so I can't knock him, but, you know, the beautiful thing with podcasts is you can pause them. I actually like long episodes of certain comedy podcasts because I know it means it was a good conversation. Because if you're having a 3-hour conversation, you're getting into alien conspiracies. You're getting into, the Cuban Missile Crisis, But everyone's different, of course. SS wants American woman. If there's any American women, he have money. There's a potential foreign sugar daddy there. There's a conversation about real estate happening in the comment section. As long as y'all keep it respectful, you can continue to debate home buying. Jen said, congrats on your big day. By what do you mean? Biden's already signed like 50 executive orders, and they always say, wow, he's undoing everything Trump did. Well, if you can undo everything Trump did in 4 years and in 12 hours before lunch, that's on him. Chloe Bankson, this is your first comment. Thanks for checking in, Chloe. Where are you coming from? Bankson. It's a cool name. Chloes are always attractive. I've never met an unattractive Chloe. Chloes always have nice hair, too. Weekend Lanny, how are you? Chatty broads have alien conspiracies. Oh, we love a good alien conspiracy. I assure you, for the real estate discussion happening, I assure you that my Bachelor Recaps is not the place to get your information on anything real estate related. One of the tips I can give you on the way out is if you ever find yourself in a pissing match, get out. Lisa, you made it at the very end. Yes. How dare you? How dare you show up at the very end? Chloe's from Asheville, North Carolina. You know, I was denied entrance to a comedy festival in Asheville, North Carolina. Here it's beautiful. Chloe's a real estate agent. Hey, Tasha, should we buy something in Asheville? How much for 1,000 square feet small home with a yard in Asheville, North Carolina? I'm a big fan of Charleston, South Carolina. I understand those are separate states, but I feel like they would both be nice. North Carolina is known for tobacco farms, I believe. Lisa said she will deliver next week. Please do, Lisa. How's the Cuban Missile Crisis working out for you? Have you discovered his weapons of ass destruction? Oh, the best for last. All right, I'm leaving here. Your job, if you choose to accept it, is to check out episode 3 of Mansplaining. Oh, Susan said, good night. Time to watch Mansplaining. If anyone wants to leave a comment, I will be over on Mansplaining. Leave a comment over there. So what's your point says on to Mansplaining now. That's it, folks. You guys have the right idea. Don't let me stop you. Thanks again. This was a record-setting live stream. I appreciate all of your support. I will see you guys later. Bye, everybody.